Good evening, everyone. This is James at Lock in the Value. So, a very quick review of the market and a breakdown of a particular cryptocurrency that a number of people have been looking at. So, firstly, the market has been interesting in the last 24 hours. A lot of it's stayed very, very steady. One coin in particular called Hyperion um, had about 60% boost, and I think obviously there's been a pullback. I think it was around 13, yeah, 13% last time we checked. Now we've had a look at Hyperion. I'm not overly impressed as a concept, to be perfectly honest, but we're not going to get into that too much today. So in terms of market moves, thrilled to see again the two big ones that we sort of talked, and two of our biggest videos as well were about Engine Coin and Zilliqa. Zilliqa's flying; it's almost double um, the price when we first did our video on it. Engine Coin's north of 75%, closing in on 80% up on when we last did our video. So our reviews and our predictions seem to be holding steady. And again, we predicted 9,200 for Bitcoin round the 11th of May, so we've got 6 days, but we feel confident that it'll break the 9,200, and we do have a feeling that it could hit 10,000 in the next 6 days, but obviously we will wait and see. That will depend on a number of variables. Now, in terms of what we're looking at today, what we want to look at was VeChain. Now, VeChain is an incredible project that has. We've done an article on it. Actually, we've written an article on it, and it's on our website at the moment. We'll put the link in the description. But effectively, we will be going over a number of points that the article made. VeChain is one of the best blockchains in terms of working towards real world solutions. So currently, VeChain has partnerships with elements of the Chinese government, not to mention PwC, which is one of the top four auditors in the world. They have partnerships with BMW, Renault. They have partnerships with energy companies. Their reach is exceptionally wide, and currently, I think they have partnerships within the automotive industry, the goods industry, the within central governments, certainly in China, um, and that's just to name a few. So they are really providing a lot of solutions. Now, in terms of looking at potential for this project, this is a hard one to identify because their overall circulating supply is enormous. You know, you're looking at 55 billion current circulating supply. You know, at some point it will hit 86 billion. Its all-time high was only ever just shy of 2 cents, which is less than 5 times its current price. The staking options on VeChain are fairly poor. Now, obviously, they're better than a bank, but they are not better than a number of current staking options within cryptocurrency. And there's a lot of positives within this ecosystem, within this blockchain ecosystem. They are working with so many major companies. Their website is exceptionally detailed, although it is lacking a roadmap, which I'm not a fan of. But one thing that I do like is the fact that it's an adaptable system. Initially, they wanted to get into supply chain, and when they realized that their technology could go far beyond supply chain, they adapted and they set up partnerships with so many different industries. And that's a really positive sign. You have to be adaptive within this ecosystem because you might realize your technology goes beyond your initial ideas. And there are a few currencies and blockchains right now that aren't adaptive enough. And VeChain certainly doesn't fall under that criteria. They've really made great moves in terms of spreading the value of their blockchain. And you can't deny that VeChain's ecosystem and their blockchain reaches possibly more industries than any other blockchain currently on the planet. Now, that being said, that's an issue in that they have not had price movement. And fundamentally, that's what we're talking about. I'm a big fan of the project. There is no doubt about it. I fundamentally what I want to see from cryptocurrencies is them becoming so entangled into businesses that it makes blockchain technology and it makes cryptocurrencies more prevalent within the world and more ready for people to listen to and see. The problem is that they have went through the last 2 years with some major partnerships and their price has not moved at all. And fundamentally, when we're talking about investment, we're talking about what we want to see. Um, there is so much potential within this project. There is so much hope within this project in the sense that they could be one of the first current blockchains and cryptocurrencies that come to the forefront of the wider public's understanding. But we're not seeing anything matching that in terms of price movement. We're not seeing anything in terms of um, just hope within the price. Now, realistically, our perception, and I'm more than willing to listen to any comments in the description. I encourage you to do so. But the maximum that I sort of see this price going is maybe 4 cents in the long term. You know, maybe more. That would put it about $2.5 billion market cap, and it could certainly be more. When the cryptocurrency market is the hardest to predict in the world. We've been fairly accurate so far in our predictions. I think by the end of the year, we'll see VeChain back up to 1.5 cents. I don't think we'll see it beyond that, really. The question is in terms of an investment. Right now, our perception is it may be a very good long-term investment. However, there are far more cryptocurrencies that are better long-term investments. If we look at the current market, and there's a few that we've talked about. There's a number that we are looking at. There's one in particular that we are particularly focusing on and have particularly invested in as not just individuals but as a company. And we will talk more about that in the future. Um, but in terms of long-term investments, that will make profit for the individual. And again, um, this is not financial advice. This is our perspective as a company and as individuals and as a group. We don't see VeChain producing significant returns compared to some of the options out there. Even if you just consider staking options just for now, Neo, Ontology both produce better staking returns. Fundamentally, basic attention token is going to be, or very possibly is going to be the with their Brave browser, could very well be the browser that overtakes Mozilla, and it could be the browser that overtakes Chrome. Maybe not Chrome, because Chrome have done a hell of a lot in terms of advertising and they are fundamentally the top now. But basic attention basic attention token and their Brave browser could very well be a major focal point in internet search in the future. And there are just so many options currently that we feel provide better value than VeChain as an investment. I do want to be clear, the VeChain project and the work they've done and the fact that they may be more prevalent in real world industry than any other currency, we love. And fundamentally, as currency enthusiasts and people that are passionate about the market, that's what we want to see. But as a long-term investment, I'm not sure it ever breaks into this top 10, or certainly not in the next 2 years. Um, so, and right now with currencies like Chainlink, like Ontology and Neo, like XRP, XRP may be third in the rankings, but we fundamentally feel this is very undervalued right now, and we see this breaking the $1 mark over the course of the next 2 years and probably exceeding that. And we feel as a value proposition, it is better than what VeChain offers right now. That's our review of VeChain. Our article is going to be posted in the description. But so far, anyone that's watched our videos, anyone that subscribes, knows that currently our assessment of cryptocurrencies has been very, very accurate so far. So that is our perspective after our discussions. If you disagree, please comment in the description. Give your reasons why. We want to hear and we want dialogue. The reason that the community with cryptocurrency does so well is that so many of us talk. We don't want people having the stupid YouTube comments that you would see on a normal music video. We want dialogue so we can discuss. Maybe we missed something. Maybe you didn't think about something. Maybe there's a currency that none of us have considered that you have, or vice versa. But that dialogue is how we all do better in our investments, and we do better as as a group and as a community. So if you have any ideas or any comments, please comment. Please like and subscribe. We're intent on trying to produce more content, and we're intent on trying to bring a real community together as much as we can constantly. Thank you for your time. Take care. Stay safe.